Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another video on ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm Ian, and today I have a video that's not actually quite guns, but it's some interesting gun-related stuff. So what I am wearing here is actually a Smith & Wesson police barrier vest. This is one of the first armored vests in common U.S. police service. These were brought on by the New York PD in the 1970s, 1973, 74, thereabouts. After, my understanding is after a shooting with a group of Puerto Rican revolutionaries or Puerto Rican nationalists. A couple of New York cops got killed and they decided some body armor would be a good thing. So this is the first version of what was really coming out. Now it's interesting in that it's kind of like this old German World War I trench armor in that I have a steel plate here and then a pair of scalloped groin protector plates. I'm probably wearing this a little bit too low. The steel plate starts about here, but it clears my microphone, so I just left it that way. It does also have a smaller plate in the back, and then this blue stuff is nylon. So normally we don't think of nylon as anything special. This is the origin of the term ballistic nylon, because what they discovered was that if you get enough nylon, it kind of works the same way as Kevlar. With these soft body armors, what you're doing is just taking a synthetic fiber and weaving it tightly. And if you weave it tight enough and the fiber is strong enough, it'll stop a bullet. Well, this vest is 18 layers of ballistic nylon, and it will actually stop a .38 Smith & Wesson. Not a .38 Special, but a .38 S&W. And then the metal plates will stop a .30 Carbine. Not necessarily what we think of today as body armor. A lot of people are, more interested in something that will stop a much more powerful rifle like a .223. But in the 70s, 60s, 70s, a lot of the rifles available out there, the semi-automatic rifles, were .30 carbines. That was the light, handy, quote-unquote assault rifle of the time. Mini 14s and AR-15s really weren't in the public domain at that point, but there were an awful lot of M1 carbines floating around. So this vest is proof against a .30 carbine in the plates and a .38 Smith & Wesson, which covers an awful lot of little cheapy small revolvers, the .32s, .38s, proof against those. Now, I also want to point out an interesting piece of police offensive riot control equipment, which I have over here on the bench. So let's take a close look at that. Whew, all right, so this is more comfortable than German trench armor, but it's still kind of heavy, so I've got it taken off now. Now, the other cool thing here are these Mighty Midget tear gas grenades. These are also Smith & Wesson products, and we have our safety pin. This is in fact a tear gas grenade, and what's interesting is that it is designed to be mounted on a Smith & Wesson revolver. So they have this barrel mounted projector, and what you would do is take your tear gas grenade, drop it in there, pull the pin which arms it, and then it has a contact fuse on the tip of the grenade. So I thread tighten this down onto the barrel, and then I would use a blank projectile to fire this thing. The grenade doesn't quite go all the way to the bottom of the projector, so we've got a little expansion chamber here for gas, chucks this thing out, hits the ground, detonates, and starts releasing tear gas. So one of the early riot control gas launchers. Pretty cool. Let me point out, this vest is actually marked back here, Smith & Wesson barrier vest. Model number looks like 434-C. Serial number, patent pending, ballistic rating, steel area 30 caliber carbine, nylon area 38 S&W. 38, 158 grain S&W. Oh. And then you can take off the groin plate section with these snaps. That comes off if you don't want to wear it. And then we've got a major front plate. And then our back plate has these big side flaps that wrap around, give you a little bit of side coverage with the ballistic nylon. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. We didn't really touch on guns today, but thanks to Movie Gun Services, I have access to this vest and those tear gas grenades. And I thought, yeah, those are pretty cool. So I figured if I'm interested, maybe you guys are interested too, and we'd take a look at them. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks to Movie Gun Services for letting me take a look.